Welcome to another episode of My Mom and I TV. Again, it's Priska. So good to have you again today. If it's the first time you're coming across my face, thank you so very much for stopping by. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. There is a bell there. Turn it on so you don't miss out on future contents. And my returning subscribers, you are the best. You are the reason we are here. I don't take your love from me, your support from me. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so very much. Today, I bring you the Dutch primary care doctors, the system, how it works here in the Netherlands. We call it huisarts. That's what we called it. That's how we describe them about the Dutch primary care doctors, the huisarts. The referrals, telephone access, working hours, and the king, that is the paracetamol, the role it plays here. First of all, I'm going to start by how it works, how to choose a huisarts here. It doesn't work here. The system of medical practitioners does not work how it was in my home country. When I got in here initially, I was like, what is this? For you to choose a huisarts, the first thing you must consider is your location. It must be someone very close to your neighborhood. You do it with your postcode and your number, your house number. It must be someone close to you, your neighborhood, so that if you have emergency, you can always put a call across and your doctor will come to you. That is how it's done here. You will not be living in another city and you go and choose a house doctor that is in a different city. It must be someone around your neighborhood. That is the practice. Then again, I mentioned referrals. Here, how it works here, you don't just wake up one morning and walk up to go to the hospital that you have a head pain, back pain. Nay, you must go through your huisarts. Your huisarts looks at you. If it's a case that requires an upper hand, if it's a case that requires going to the hospital, they call the hospital for you and refer you. That is how it's done. It also applies to pregnant women. If you're pregnant, your midwife must be close to your neighborhood. You're not expected to go and use the one far in case of emergency. That is the system here. Again, telephone access. You must make sure that you have the telephone number that is reachable during weekdays. During days, they are at work. Because I had an issue. I had an incident that I was calling a number during the weekend. I didn't know that there is a different number for weekends. So you make sure you get all that so that you don't run into confusion when you have an issue you need your doctor's attention. There are phone numbers they call during work days, like from Mondays to Fridays. There are other numbers too they call weekends. And then again, there are times to call. Another time to call them, you have access to them is usually from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. At the close of work, you cannot reach them. There are also other numbers to call. So take all these things into cognizance. This is how it works here. Then another thing, very vital here is the use of paracetamol. Actually, when I first came, you know where I'm coming from. We are used to the strong, heavy antibiotics, little thing. You take antibiotics. Here, it's not like that. Before they give you strong medication, you will know the level of the sickness. It is paracetamol. Though. One day I read an article where people were saying they've actually abused the use of paracetamol. It's just too much in Europe. I was like, wow, I thought it's just here in the Netherlands. I didn't know it's everywhere. Paracetamol is king here. Everything. That is the first thing that will be administered to you before they recommend or give you. In fact, it's very difficult to get those strong medications, except depending on how severe the ailment is. And then again, before, what did I say? This last one I'm going to say now is very, very important. Before you gain access to the hospital, gain access to get an appointment is usually very, very difficult. You have to fight very hard. You have to be like, I was in a conversation with someone one day when I like, the person told me, you have to form the sickness very well, show that it's very severe before you gain access for appointment. Do you know how long it takes to reach the doctors, the house sats? Do you know how long it takes to reach them? Not to talk of giving you appointment. You will know how serious it is. You have to be very prepared to describe it, make it look very severe. If not, you will not gain access to appointment. So that is how it works here. So I hope this information will be very helpful for you. So as you're coming here as an immigrant or an expert, you prepare your mind to how the house sats, how the Dutch primary care doctors work. So you flow with the system. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate your time out. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.